My name is Nicole, and this is my story. Born and raised in the heart of Baltimore City, a typical family where my parents were in the home. I have a brother, my grandparents, been in the same house for over 50 or 60 years. We always had Sundays over our grandparents' house. I had everything I needed outside of my parents and my family. Six to 8 years later, I was pregnant, and at 5 months my water broke and I delivered a 1-pound baby girl. She had to stay in the hospital until she was able to reach 4 pounds. After that happened, she came home. We were so excited. We had a limo ride home. We had a huge baby shower, and everything seems like it was going pretty good. A few months later, I went to check on her as I was making her bottles, and I noticed that her lips were blue and that she looked as if she was turning blue. We finally reached the hospital. My family and friends arrived. Her dad arrived, and they said the one thing that I think that nobody wants to hear, but you're always expecting to hear, and that's, "I'm sorry, we've done all we can do. Your daughter didn't make it." And so of course, when you're carrying guilt and you're carrying hurt and you're just carrying so many emotions, sometimes you fall into the hands of the wrong people because they show you the right attention that you need right then and there. And so of course, I met this guy who told me everything, I wanted to hear. He made me feel like I was the only person in the world, and that's what I needed at that particular time. He never showed any signs of anger or, abuse. Until one day, I didn't feel good after work, changed my clothes and took my gun belt off and went to the emergency room just to get checked out. And I arrived home a few hours later, but a couple of things didn't look the same. So I left the stove light on, the porch light on, and those lights weren't on. So I said, well, it can't be a power outage, so what's going on? And so I go in the house, and I was so exhausted that I didn't put any lights on in the living room or the dining room. I just walked straight to the steps to go upstairs to bed. And as I approached the steps to go upstairs, I felt something pressed against my face, and it was something really cold. That it was a gun pressed against my face. It was my own gun, my own duty weapon. At the blink of an eye, the gun could have discharged, and it would have been right in my head because he had the gun pressed against my temple. So at any given second, it could have killed me. I made an appointment with an orthodontist, and I said to the orthodontist, I said, I want a new smile. And so I'm sitting in the chair, and as they're taking x-rays and pictures, it's like, you had a beautiful smile, but you've been through some things, and now your smile can improve. Nobody's in the dentist's room but just me. And I hear clear as day, now you're ready for behind my smile. My own organization formed. He directed me and led me to do different things with it, as far as sharing a testimony or participating in women's groups and women's events. Just letting people know that, yeah, I smile a lot, but there's something behind the smile that you may not even believe. And it took me so many amazing places, and I met so many amazing people. And I thought, wow, this is good. I'm on my way. Until one day, I just kept getting headache after headache after headache. And I get to the specialist, and he said, you're kind of young for this, but you have glaucoma. And so as the doctor is sitting there, he's looking at the chart, he's looking at me, he's looking at the chart. He says, Nicole, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't see your glaucoma. I cried and I cried and I cried because this is something that's only treatable, not curable. And it's not just minimized or a shrinkage of some kind. It's completely gone. It's because of God that I'm able to stand in these good shoes, whether I can walk in them or not. It's because of the grace and mercy of God and the faith and belief I have in God and the miracles of God that I didn't give up when I wanted to give up, as I kept the faith and I kept my good shoes on.